Disposable potty training pants, most commonly referred to as pull-ups, are advertised as a toilet training tool. But are they really? It's one of the most debated questions in the potty training world, and I'm here today to give you the honest answer that nobody else is telling you. I'm Allison Jandu, a professional potty training consultant, and today I'm breaking down exactly when pull-ups can help, when you should avoid them, and what you can actually do based on your child's unique situation. Because, as with everything, the answer isn't the same for every child, and anyone who tells you it is oversimplifying. Before we dive into what actually matters, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button so that you never miss one of my new videos. It really helps my content to reach more parents who are looking for science and evidence-based potty training guidance. I so appreciate you being here. Okay, now let's get started. So here's what you've probably heard. Team No Pull-Ups says, pull-ups are no different than diapers. The only will confuse your child, so just go straight to underwear. But Team Yes Pull-Ups says, pull-ups are less stressful. They prevent messes. They're a great transition tool. And if you're stuck in the middle thinking, I like the sound of less mess and less stress, but I also don't want to confuse my child, so what do I do? Here's what I want you to understand. Both sides have valid points, but they're kind of missing the bigger picture. The real question isn't, are pull-ups good or bad? The real question is, what does your child need right now? Because pull-ups can be incredibly helpful in certain situations, but they can also absolutely slow down progress in other situations. The key is knowing the difference. Here's the fundamental issue with pull-ups. Pull-ups absorb moisture just like diapers do. This means that your child doesn't feel wet when they have an accident. And that wetness, that physical feedback of, oh, I just peed and now I'm uncomfortable, that's actually a really important part of the learning process. When your child is in underwear and has an accident, they immediately feel it. It's wet. It's uncomfortable. Their brain makes a connection. This doesn't quite feel right. Next time I feel that urge, I should probably go to the potty instead. In a pull-up, that connection doesn't happen as strongly because the pull-up wicks the moisture away almost immediately. So your child might pee, barely notice, and just keep on playing, just like when they were in diapers. This is why many experts are right when they say that pull-ups can delay potty training. But, and this is a big but, that doesn't mean that pull-ups are never the right choice. Let me tell you the situations where pull-ups can actually be helpful. Number one is overnight. Nighttime dryness isn't always achieved at the same time as daytime potty training. For kids who aren't ready to sleep through the night in underwear, using pull-ups as their sleep underwear isn't necessarily confusing for them. It's simply giving them some support until their body matures a bit more. This said though, many kids are ready for nighttime potty training way before we realize it. So after watching the rest of this video, check out my nighttime potty training video linked in the description below, which will walk you through how to know if your child is ready for this phase or not. Number two is for children with special needs. Some children with sensory processing issues, autism, developmental delays, or other disabilities do benefit from a slower transition, and pull-ups can be a great stepping stone while you work on other skills and protect your child's dignity throughout the process. Number three, when you aren't quite ready to dive in all the way. Here's something nobody talks about. Parent readiness matters too. If you're not mentally or logistically ready to handle underwear and accidents full-time, maybe you're dealing with a newborn, maybe you're trying to balance working from home with back-to-back calls, pull-ups can buy you time until you can fully commit. Switching from diapers to pull-ups can be a viable way to potty train your child gradually without making that hard switch over to underwear cold turkey. Just make sure that your expectations aren't unrealistic, as your child will likely still choose to use their pull-ups at least sometimes when the potty isn't that firm expectation. Here's when pull-ups can actually sabotage your progress. Number one is when you're using them as a just-in-case safety net during the day. If your child is wearing pull-ups just in case for like car rides or play dates, for example, this can create confusion for them. Your child's brain is getting mixed messages. Am I supposed to use the potty, or is it okay to just go in this pull-up, which kind of feels like a diaper? And guess which option is easier when they're in the middle of playing? Yep, the pull-up, every time. Number two is during nap time. Avoid putting a pull-up on your child for naps. I know it sounds scary and it might result in some wet sheets initially, but in most cases, your child will be able to sleep through their nap time dry within a few days. Keeping nap time diapers can result in your child holding on to their pee and poop until they get access to that midday diaper, and that can be a really hard habit to break. Number 3 is when your child sees them as permission to pee. Some children will literally put on a pull-up, pee or poop in it, and then ask to be changed. They're treating it exactly like their diaper, or a toilet actually. If that's happening, the pull-up isn't helping, it's actively getting in the way of them learning. Number 4 is when you're using them because you're scared of accidents. If you're avoiding underwear because you're afraid of messes, here's what I want you to know. Shift your mindset. Accidents are part of the process. They're not failures, they're how your child learns the fastest. And honestly, accidents in underwear are usually what creates that initial breakthrough moment. That's when your child really gets it. And using pull-ups to avoid accidents is like trying to teach your child to ride a bike, but never taking off the training wheels because you're scared they'll fall. Number 5, when your child is otherwise ready. If your child is showing all the readiness signs, understands the concept, and can physically do it, but you're keeping them in pull-ups, you might be unintentionally slowing down their progress. Pull-ups can send the message, I don't really trust you to use the potty just yet. And that mindset becomes a crutch for both you and your child. So what do I actually recommend as a professional potty trainer? For daytime training, if you're ready to commit to potty training, skip the pull-ups and go straight to underwear. Yes, even for nap time. Yes, there will be accidents, and yes, it might be messy for a few days, but the learning curve is going to be so much faster and more efficient. If you truly need a transition tool, maybe your child has a disability or developmental differences, or maybe you aren't able to fully commit to underwear, but you don't want to discourage their interest or readiness, pull-ups can be an okay option. When your child has an accident in the pull-up, change them immediately, just like you would with underwear. Make sure they feel the wetness and know the difference between being wet and being dry. Don't let them just keep playing in a wet pull-up like you would if they were still in diapers. The bottom line here is pull-ups aren't totally off the table. They can be a tool, but like any tool, they can be used in ways that can help or ways that can sometimes hurt. So if you're going to use pull-ups, use them strategically and temporarily, not as this long-term comfort zone that prevents any real progress from happening. If you want a complete plan that walks you through exactly when to use pull-ups versus underwear, how to handle accidents, and how to customize your approach based on your child's needs, check out my potty training survival guide. The link is in the description below. The guide gives you multiple pathways depending on where you are and where your child is. It's not one size fits all because potty training never is. If this video helped clarify the pull-ups debate for you, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more practical, realistic potty training advice. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you know your child best. Trust your gut. I'll see you in the next video.